1 whole weekend, you looking after my little girls.
Yep, as long as I can bring this. I love your kids, but they live to terrorize me.
I do. See that?
Security's early.
Jon, I really enjoyed what you did with the film.
Oh, thank you.
And your enthusiasm shines through so clearly. Obviously, you grew up during the heyday of G.I.Joe.
Oh, yeah.
So getting the chance to play with your own toy box full of any figure you wanted, what was the process like?
Every day throughout the whole process I was pinching myself. I mean, even just saying, okay, we need to design a new Snake Eyes. That was daunting. I'm like, oh my, we did over 60 versions of his mask and of his suit, and it was always hard, like, how far can we push it? What's the amber tone of the glass? And it was hard. And then even building the Hiss tank. What does it look like? What does it feel like? Do we go crazier with it? Do we not go? Every moment, and then you throw in Bruce and Dwayne, and you're like, this is just unreal, really? And they're standing next to Snake Eyes. This is incredible.
Well, see, Dwayne seems like he is, at this point, franchise Viagra. You bring him in, and films just automatically get more exciting, and they're bigger. And then Bruce is such an icon in his own right.
Yeah.
And you really play to it, I think.
Yes.
And it seems like that's the choice. You either play to it or against it.
And he is that. I mean, he defines what the original Joe was. And G.I. Joe means so much to different people. And that's what I found in digging into G.I. Joe. I really was like, wow, people don't have one Joe that they love. It's literally so many people have different views. Lorenzo loves the 12-inch G.I. Joe, the one that started it all. And I love that idea. I was like, well, let's bridge all those things. Let's, for the first time, answer the question, who's G.I. Joe? And give it that thing. And Bruce embodies that. If he wasn't doing that part, I don't know what we'd do with that part. And he's the only one who could look at Dwayne in the face and say, you're not man enough yet. Like, literally.
It's a good point. Not many people can pull that moment off.
But I think that's what it means. Like, it defined our whole movie to say, it's not about the laser guns, it's not about the hovercrafts, it's not about spaceships. It's about who you are as a human being. The thing is called G.I. Joe. The average Joe can be the hero. And it's about what you believe in and what you fight for. And that's why it's lasted for so long. It's about what true heroes are about with true villains. And it's a very simple idea, but it's universal, and it's continued through many, many years in different versions.
I think for some people, you might not have been the obvious choice for this. Yeah. But I always think with musical numbers and set pieces, it's the same thought process of you know it's a breakout moment, you know it has to have a rhythm to it and a start, a middle, a finish. Yeah. Was there really any jump for you in learning to design an effect sequence or an action sequence? Was it any different than what you've done in the past?
Yes, it was actually. I mean, it definitely was helpful to have the idea, to know the logistics of what it takes to be working with a choreographer, to be working with camera to either help that choreography or work against it, working with an actor who was bringing something that you had to sort of play jazz with and either, again, go against it or go with it. That really helped, so I didn't have to think about those things and get caught up in that. That it was only about the magic between the actor and the light going into the lens. That's the only thing that matters for the audience. That's what they're going to experience. When you throw in explosions in that and stunt guys and danger, that's the only part I had to really deal with in a new way, and that was fun just to be able to get that under my belt. And of course, you're working with the masters. I'm literally Dwayne and Bruce, and even Ray Park and all these guys who've done it. It's like they know what they're doing. It was a master class in action movie making.
For breaking entertainment news and more, follow @HitFix on Twitter or visit hitfix.com.